But that being said, we're not going to go back to the good old days of all sorts of Jesuits, or 50% of the faculty being Jesuit. Matter of fact, our schools are a lot better off for not being 50% Jesuit. Much more talent has come through the doors on all sorts of levels. And as a parenthesis, that's part of the background of bringing what used to be 10 provinces in this country into 4 provinces. There will ultimately be an East Coast, Midwest, Central and Southern, and West Coast province. Why are we doing this? We had 10 provinces when there were 7,000 Jesuits. We don't need that sort of level of Jesuit bureaucracy anymore. But I would also add that I think coming together in these new ways increases our ability to be flexible to deal with the challenges that are out there. Rather than a network of 4 schools, which are in the Oregon province, there will now be a network of 17 schools. 17 schools which get more resources, frankly, which have more possibilities for interaction and shared development. I think this realignment, this creation of new provinces is ultimately something good for us. I think it will inspire the mission to be bigger, to share it more broadly, and I hope to deepen it and expand it in ways that it can be done. It's a challenge, like anything, but I think it's ultimately a challenge which will bring much grace, much good for our ministries throughout the West Coast. That number being said, we do need to work on Jesuit presence. Any help that you could offer us, I would appreciate very much. But that also brings the second challenge, and I think grace, and that is of colleagueship, of partnership. More than ever before, we in the Society of Jesus work for you. You are our partners, our colleagues in Jesuit secondary education. Whether you be administrators, teachers, board members, alums, people who care about Jesuit education, we do not do this without you. What I'm happiest about in this area is one of the aspects of this whole secondary education world which has been growing and changing over the years. And that's something called the Jesuit Secondary Education Association. This is basically the think tank, the sort of training grounds for Jesuit education in our country. They've been doing a lot of the work, the grad, other sorts of things which say, who are we as Jesuit educators and how do we do what we want to do? Your own principal, Chris Gavin, is a member of the board of trustees at this time. And one of the things that we are working on right now is how to integrate and how to continue to grow Jesuit education in this new province model. How do we bring the creativity, which has always been our hallmark, into this new model of governance, new province model? I'd also add that my first opportunity to meet Rob and Greg, your board chair, was at a JSCA meeting last January, specifically for presidents and board chairs, helping them in their role of leadership of Jesuit education. It was either there or at the JSCA meeting, I don't remember which, where I idly made the comment that if you want me to come and do something, I'd be happy to come. And here I am. I am quite happy to have come. Without you, this whole thing doesn't make sense. And we've come a long way in this. Not too long ago, we looked at the lay folks to handle the business and the Jesuits to handle the spirit. We all do it now. You share in the spirit. You share in Ignatian spirituality. You are part of our mission from the bottom all the way up. It continues to be a challenge, and we've had incredible amounts of success. I'd say the final challenge, and I hope for success, is that question of sustainability, which Rob addressed in his talk. And let me put it a little bit differently. The students now, your children, your grandchildren, they've got information out there in incredible ways. Facts are floating. But as we know, it's not enough to have facts. If they're going to take that information and do something with it, if they're going to take those facts and change their own lives and people's lives, we are saying what Jesuit education does is forms them, helps them take that information and become good citizens, good men and women who make a difference in our society and in our church. As the motto says, where potential becomes purpose. Without the kind of formation that we are doing, the world is a lot worse off, I think. So it's important to sustain this. How do we sustain it? That's the challenge. Part of it is to grow the endowment. Part of it is your generosity. Part of it is to figure out ways that we continue to do what we do more creatively and frankly with less cost. The digital world gives us some possibilities on that. Who knows what the back office of a 17-school network might be able to do. There are all sorts of things that we need to be looking at. But we have to make it work because the importance of Jesuit education continues to be needed and is something that our church and our world needs now more than ever. Let me close with just a little postscript. As you may have figured out, I am a graduate of Jesuit High School. I'm a graduate of the class of 1973. All that drama that I was talking about happened 4 months after I left. And interestingly enough, my brother, who was a freshman at that time, was sitting up in the back row of the bleachers in the gym, I'm told. And at one point got up and told the provincial, "You can't close this school. This is too important. I want to go here." That's what we all feel about Jesuit education. That's what I know you feel about Bellarmine. Thank you for being part of this mission. Thank you for sharing this mission of the Society of Jesus in the ways that you do with the depth that you do it. I wish you all the best, and thank you very much for the opportunity to